If you're expecting a polite pastoral wander through Thomas Hardy's countryside, director John Schlesinger has other plans. Far from the Madding Crowd is nearly 3 hours of sprawling, mud-caked melodrama that refuses to outstay its welcome. Schlesinger, working with screenwriter Frederick Raphael, strips away the polite heritage sheen to expose the story's emotional brutality and violence. This isn't English restraint, it's war through the battlefields of unrequited love. The film proved that late British cinema was at its most lethal when it abandoned the city and sank into the soil. StudioCanal's Blu-ray restoration is a complicated proposition. It's a clear improvement over earlier releases and was backed by StudioCanal in conjunction with the BFI and cinematographer of the film Nicholas Roeg, and appears to be sourced from different elements to the Warner USA Blu-ray released the same year. The presentation leans towards a high contrast grade that occasionally crushes shadow detail and robs the image of the organic depth you'd expect from a production of this scale. Rather than feeling definitive, the master plays like a transitional step, solid, watchable, but lacking the surgical precision of a modern boutique scan. For now, it's the best version available, though it unmistakably feels like a film waiting for a full UHD upgrade. At the film's centre is Julie Christie's Bathsheba Everdene, a character rendered as a fascinatingly manipulative force. Christie avoids any trace of the passive romantic heroine, instead playing Bathsheba as a woman acutely aware of her power and willing to deploy it with calculated, often cruel indifference. The men drawn into her orbit become collateral damage in different ways. Alan Bates brings a bruised moral gravity to Gabriel Oak, the film's closest thing to stability, while Peter Finch's William Boldwood embodies repression pushed to the edge of obsession. Yet the film's most volatile emotional charge emerges in Terence Stamp's Sergeant Troy, played as a charming rogue with just enough vulnerability to make him the most recognisably human figure in a story otherwise governed by social manoeuvring and emotional leverage. John Schlesinger handles the film's scale with the same authority seen in Darling and Midnight Cowboy, even if this work has never enjoyed the same level of cultural saturation. The Dorset landscapes aren't picturesque relief, they function as a silent antagonist, pressing in on the characters and amplifying every bad decision. This is high-gloss realism at its most unforgiving. Far from the Madding Crowd remains an essential entry for any serious collector of British cinema. While StudioCanal's extensive restoration on Blu-ray has grading shortcomings, the sheer force of the performances, particularly from Christie and Stamp, makes it mandatory viewing. Buy it for the film's historical weight and dramatic power, but keep one eye firmly on the horizon. This is a title that's overdue a proper 4K UHD restoration at some point. That's all from us at The Last Disc on Earth, and remember, come the apocalypse, physical media will prevail.